Hey guys, today I'm filming my update for the Roulette pan collab. This is the 2-month update, but I did skip the update last month because I was traveling and I didn't really meet my goal on anything yet, so I thought it would be okay to just skip an update. I did meet my goal on a few items for this update though, so let's just get right into it. The first product I want to talk about is this foundation from MAC, the Face and Body Foundation. This I put in for the prompt product from a previous project. I only used it once. I didn't take it on my trip and I have only used it once since I have been back. It's an okay foundation, but I shouldn't have put it into this project because I just realized that, like, after I put it into this project, I realized that I had a foundation in my deck of panning project as well, and I do like that foundation better than this one, so this one was bound to not get used as much. My goal is to use it 15 times, so I have like 40 more uses to go on that one. Hopefully I can meet that goal before the finale. The next product I have is this Chula under eye balm. This one I put in for the prompt subscription box item. I have used it quite a bit, but I have focused more on the other eye cream I have in this project. So I don't know if you can see any visual progress, but I have used it. I usually use it in the morning, but not every morning, sadly. The other item that I am still keeping in this project is this Kat Von D lipstick sample from. It's the Kat Von D lipstick sample for the prompt product from a controversial brand. My goal is to finish what's left in it off. But I've only used it twice. I didn't take it on my trip and I was gone for like 5 weeks, so yeah, I just couldn't make progress on that one. And now the products that I am rolling out. The first product I hit my goal on was this Tinted Lip Balm from Catrice. My goal was to use it 25 times and I have met the goal. This was for the prompt, a product you love the formula but hate the color, and it basically leaves behind a bright fuchsia tint on the lips, so it's not one I love as much as the other colors in this same line of tinted lip balms. But because I was like on a work trip and I was doing really soft eye looks and I was also wearing a mask all the time, I was easily able to use it since it didn't clash up with my eye look when I did have my mask off. It was also like the tint itself doesn't rub off on my mask, and the formula is really moisturizing, so I kept my lips nice and hydrated as well. So overall, it was a win for while I was traveling. Then the other product I'm rolling out is this eye cream, the Good Molecules Yerba Mate Wake Up Eye Gel. This I put in for a unique product because this is the only eye gel I have in my collection. As you can see, I almost used it up. I still have like a few days worth of use left in it, but I might accidentally just throw it in the trash after I use it up, so I don't want to risk that since again it's almost gone. So I am going to, for this project, I'm considering this product done. I will use up what's left in the packaging, but yeah, I will be rolling in a new product in place of that one. And then the last product I had introduced in my intro for this project was this eyeshadow this is an eyeshadow from the Gold palette by Natasha Denona, and this shade is called Python, and this I put in for a product that is too pretty to use up. My goal was to use it 15 times, and I did use it 15 times. Again, it still looks barely used because the cream to powder formula doesn't have any fallout. So yeah, it's just however much you actually get on your eyes is what goes from the pan. There's no wastage, I guess. As you can see, there are like little specks on it. That's one of the eyeshadows I had in the travel palette. It kind of exploded a little bit, so it has fallout all over all of the other eyeshadows, sadly. But yeah, I used it mostly while I was at home, but I did use it a few times while I was on my trip as well, whenever I wanted to do a more fun look. But yeah, since I did meet my goal on 3 items, or almost 3 items, I am going to roll in three new products for this project. And the first one was the prompt 105. So that's the 5th prompt from the list of 50 projects, and that is a product you bought because of YouTube. Now that is almost my whole collection, so it could be anything, but I decided to go with this. I don't want to, okay, this whole palette is reflective. Okay, this is the Bronze Seduction palette from Pat McGrath, and I am putting in this eyeshadow right here. Let me just get this out. It's just the whole palette is like a reflective black plastic packaging, and I don't want that in the video. But this is the shade. I don't have the shade name because the shade name is not on the palette. It's in a card that I'm pretty sure I accidentally threw out, sadly. But this is what it looks like. It's the teal duochrome sort of scattered sparkly shade. It is one of my favorites from the palette. That's one of the main reasons why I bought the palette. I'm sorry if you can hear the sirens. I live in New York, like, so that's unavoidable, and if I stop every time there's siren, I will never get through this video, sadly. But as I was saying, this palette I definitely bought because of YouTube. I probably shouldn't have bought it because the 2 shades that are my favorite I already have in the gold palette as well. So I definitely shouldn't have bought that palette, like the Pat McGrath Mothership 5 Bronze Seduction palette. I shouldn't have bought that one, but I did, and it is a beautiful palette. I am, spoiler alert, considering picking it for my Panda palette for next year. So I decided to just put in my favorite shadow from the palette into this project, and my goal is to just use it 10 times just to see whether or not I get bored of that shadow, because I feel like if I have that palette in my Panda palette, that would be one of the shades I would expect to get the most use out of. But if I already get tired of it after 10 use, then I don't want to try to pan the palette for a whole year, if that makes sense. So again, my goal is just to use it 10 times. Let's see how long it takes me to get there. The second prompt I drew was prompt 115. That's the 15th prompt from the list of 50 prompts, and that was a product you haven't used much. For that, I decided to go with this e.l.f. lip stain, and that's because it's kind of drying out, I feel like. It's in the shade Dewy Berry, and I just want to use it like 10 times before it dries out completely. And again, lip tints, lip stains just seem like a good idea with the mask situation. That's what it looks like. It has like a jelly formula that leaves behind a lip stain. It's not my favorite formula of lip stain, to be completely honest. I find that the jelly is kind of hard to maneuver sometimes, but the shade I really like, so 10 uses should be doable. Then the last prompt I pulled was prompt 39, so that's the 39th prompt from the list of 100 prompts, and that was a neon or colorful item. And for that I decided to go for this. Wow, this is also reflective. This is the Trichrome palette from, or pressed pigment palette from JCat Beauty. I was actually talking about this palette with one of my cousins, and the more I looked at the picture of this palette, the more I wanted it. And actually, for my work trip, I went and attended the Beauty World Dubai show that happened in October, and there was actually like JCat, the brand, was actually present, and they had a booth as well, and I visited the booth and I really liked the palette and the swatches there as well. And it was the first time I got to swatch JCat Beauty like in person before purchasing it, so I just couldn't get over this palette. So this is my newest purchase, and I'm just really excited to dig into this palette. Now the item, like the color I want to put in from this palette for this project is this one right here. I honestly just decided while I was talking to you guys, but honestly everything looks really interesting. Actually, should I put this in? Okay, no, change of plans while I'm filming. I want to use this palette as a whole 10 times. I don't care which shade it is, I want to, because pretty much every shade is colorful. Even the champagne has like a golden flip to it. So yeah, I just want to use this palette 10 times. Hopefully I'll be able to use every single shade in this palette at least once, but yeah, I cannot decide to just use one shade 10 times. I want to use all of them. This is just one of the most beautiful blue and green palettes I have seen in a long time. Let me give you a swatch of the one shade I was going to pick, and that's this one. It is so beautiful. It is sort of a creamy formula, not the cream to powder formula from Natasha Denona, but it is a very creamy metallic formula. I don't know if all of the shades are like that. I didn't swatch every single shade when I was in the Beauty World because I was there with a brand as well. Like I was there to represent a brand as well, so I didn't spend that much time like visiting other booths, honestly. But yeah, that is so beautiful. Yeah, my goal is to use this palette 10 times. My goal is to use the lip stain and the duochrome shade from Pat McGrath 10 times each as well. And I don't know how long it will take me to get there, but hopefully I can meet all of my goals by the finale at least. That's all for today. I hope to talk to you guys again soon. Bye guys.